Bedtime Stories by Ira Robinson.
Mark's Prayer by Ira Robinson. The last thing I remember before the wreck is Kelly. I only looked at her for a brief moment, but it seemed to last forever. Her long blonde hair curled and was blown by the wind coming in from the open window. She was really beautiful then. I suppose it was yesterday, but it could have been a lifetime ago for all I know. What I do know is that I'm in a hospital. It must be because of the accident. I haven't told you about it, the wreck, have I? You probably already know about it, but I feel I have to tell you anyhow. Well, as I told you before, I was looking at Kelly just for a second, but that must have been too long. When I looked up through the front window of our Ford LTD, I was going off the other side of the road and into a ditch. I heard Kelly scream, "Look out, Mark!" The next thing I knew, I was waking up, sort of, in this hospital. I thought I needed to talk to someone, and it seems you're the only person, if that's what you are, that can hear me. And where am I when I black out like that? Am I asleep? I heard one time that sleep is a form of death. I suppose you would know, wouldn't you? I mean, you created death and sleep, right? At least that's what I gathered from reading the Bible when I was a kid and what Mama says. My Mama's pretty religious, I guess, and so is Dad. He even puts religion up there with beer and baseball. I mean, that's real high for Dad. He was a pro ball player in his younger days. Hardball Harry, they used to call him. He always gets real puffy and stands proud when he talks about his short-lived but wonderful days with the Chiefs. Mama hates it when Dad gets to talking about baseball. She says, "You'll teach the boys to be bums." The boys being my best friend Max and me. And by the way, did you know that my birthday is in 2 weeks? I will or would be 17. Hot damn. Huh? I'm sorry, excuse the slang, sir. I sometimes have problems with my language. Mama says that dirty words are the devil's vocabulary. I suppose she could be right. Mama doesn't take cussing lightly. She said one day after washing my mouth out with soap, "I'd not go a swearing, boy, if I were you. Makes a real wide hole for the devil to walk right into your soul and take you over." I believed her. A few days later, I heard Mama and Dad fighting downstairs. I heard her cussing up a storm, and I ran downstairs shouting, "Mama, I'll save you." I thought the devil was inside of her. I mean, at least they stopped fighting. They were laughing too hard to go on. And Mom gave me a big hug and thanked me for saving her from Satan, and then we all went out and had some ice cream. I finally heard voices today, though what I heard I didn't like. I know for sure now that this is a hospital. Even though I can't see, since my eyes won't open, my hearing is working just fine. I heard someone heavy walking around my room, and I could hear the beep, beep, beep of the machines. It's really aggravating, that constant droning. I have a little bit of feeling in my body, but not much. I can feel needles poking through my skin. It hurts a little bit, but I'm getting used to it by now. The only problem I have with being here is the breathing tube in my throat. It doesn't hurt real bad, but it's very uncomfortable. I suppose I'll get used to it as well, but not for a long time. I heard someone else walk in. It was a man. He had a squeaky voice. He was talking to the other person, a woman. I don't know. I think she was a nurse. The man, Dr. Christian, said something like, "So how's Mark doing today?" "No change today," she said. "I'm beginning to wonder if he'll be able to pull out of it." Comas, Miss Brooks, are strange things. Who knows what'll happen to him? The doctor was checking all the wires and the tubes sticking out of my body as he talked and said he sustained very severe injury to his head from the crash, so it's really hard to tell. Coma? I mean, me in a coma? I was so shocked I thought I'd die. Well, I don't know if that could really happen. When you're in a coma, you don't really have control over what you do or anything around you, right? The next thing I heard was almost as bad as the news about me. The nurse asked him, "What about the girl?" The doctor took a minute before his reply. I was afraid of what he would say, and finally he took a deep breath and said, "She'll pull through, but barely. Her ribs were broken and a piece of windshield glass sheared through her spinal cord. She'll be paralyzed for the rest of her life." Kelly, why did I have to be so stupid and look away from the road? Why did I drink that beer and then drive? I knew I should have let Max drive, but I didn't want anyone else to drive my car. Why was I so stupid? The phone's ringing. You can hear a soft woman voice answer it, and I realize it's Mama here with me now. And Mama, please talk to me. I want to tell you not to blame anyone else but me for this accident. If I could only get the words out.
No, he's still not awake. I wish I could talk to him. I really miss his voice. I wonder if he can hear me talking. Yes, Tom. I'll see you when I come home. I love you too.
I heard the phone click back to the receiver. I could hear the sounds of her feet coming up to the side of the bed. She's been smoking again. You know, she quit smoking those crappy things years ago. Pardon me again. She quit smoking once, but the stress from all this obviously got her started again. I'm sorry for that too, Mama. Wonder if I'll ever be able to pull out of this coma. That word sounds so insensitive. Coma. I've really grown to hate that word. Mama's reading to me now. She must have found that book I was reading before I left that night. Death Tour. Jeez, that's just what I need to hear right now.
I was kneeling down, holding my head. Here, Mary was saying. Use this. It was a piece of her dress. It was all blood.
Oh, great. What a nice story. Full of blood. It makes me wonder what Kelly and I looked like after the accident. No, don't think about it, Mark. You're depressed enough as it is. I can feel sadness all around me now. The kid across the hall from me must have died during the night. Or day, I really don't know. It's impossible to keep track of time when I keep blacking out like that. I think I might have an idea of what that blacking out is now. It's just a guess, but whenever I black out like that, could I be dead? When I come back, I feel light, like I've been flying. Isn't that death? I think I'd like to die if it is. No one's here with me this time. This room is so empty now. Wonder what happened to that kid over there. I miss the soft music coming from his radio. He never played it loud. He probably didn't want to disturb me. Little chance of that. I liked the music that he played. It kept my mind off other things, like what I'm thinking right now. If you are all-powerful and all that, I suppose you know if I'm going to live or die, right? I was just wondering. I don't think I would really like to know at this point. Death scares me a little, you know? I hear so much about it, and not much has been good. I tried to move my arms again. I still can't. I suppose it's not really worth trying now. It's not worth the pain I went through trying. I have another question for you. If I am in a coma, I shouldn't be able to hear people talking or talk to you. I mean, isn't it all supposed to be a total void? What I'm doing now goes against all medical reason, doesn't it? I wonder if Max has come in to see me yet. I wish I could hear his voice again. We've been best friends for a long time, you know. Almost 6 years now. He used to hate me, but one day we started talking after getting in a fight, and something just clicked. And now we go everywhere together. We go to all the basketball games, see the latest movies, go to all the parties. Party. That's what got me into this mess. I knew I shouldn't have driven, but I went against everything I've ever known. I don't even know why I went there to begin with. I wasn't in the mood to get plastered that night. My stomach is killing me now. Should that be happening? I mean, they're feeding me through the IV. I heard the nurse talking with Mama a little while ago about it. I wonder how Kelly is doing, too. When Mama was here earlier, she told me she was doing a little better, but she was still unconscious. I hate being like this, not knowing what's going on or what time it is. It seems like I am already dead. I have to say something. I know I'm going to die. I mean, I haven't pulled out of this coma by now. There's really not much chance, is there? I'm gonna die. And it was confirmed in a way by something I heard a little while ago. I heard the doctor come in and talk to Mama. Mrs. Moore, he said, I don't like to say this, but your son's likelihood of survival at this point is very slim. I could almost feel the shock that surrounded my mother. I'll try to explain, he went on. Mark sustained massive trauma to the head, among other things. Even if he pulls out of the coma, he will not be able to function normally. He will, in any event, be brain damaged. We wish to have your permission to turn off life support systems. Mama thought for a long time. I tried to tell her to go ahead. I don't want to live anymore. And Mama made her decision. No. And that was it. She left the room with the doctor. When I woke up this time, I was finally able to open my eyes. I could finally see. I couldn't move my head very much, but it was enough to get a good look around the room. No one was here with me. That's good. I didn't want them to see what I was going to do. I tried to move my arms again, and I found they did move a little bit, just slightly. Was I finally coming out of the coma? I don't care. I only want to do what needs to get done and get it over with. Soon. I tried moving my arms some more, and it felt like trying to control warm rubber. They weren't even arms anymore. But I forced them to come to some kind of half-life. They moved a little more, the right one moving to cover the left. It finally landed. I could barely feel the needle head from the IV sticking in my skin through the haze of pain that was my fingers. But I used the pain to my advantage, and I pulled out the needle, yanking it free from the skin. I could see the blood trickle out of the hole left in my hand, but I could care less about it. My head is pounding from the effort. Only one more thing to go. My hand blazed a trail up my chest, slowly making its way to the tube coming out of my mouth. It's the only thing that, at this point, is keeping me alive, forcing air into my burning lungs. It seems like the closer I come to the peace I crave, the more my body is waking up to help. Or is it trying to stop me? Please, forgive me, Lord. Please don't count this against my soul, but I'm doing what I feel is right. I can only hope you find it right, too. All my strength goes into the final effort, pulling that tube free. There's no pain now. It's only a matter of a minute or two. I'm gonna miss you, Mom. Dad, too. Max, I hope to see you up there soon. Kelly, I'm so sorry for what I did to you, and I can only hope that you forgive me. I'm gonna miss you most of all. I'm coming home now, Lord. Meet me there. For more stories from Ira Robinson, go to his official website, originalworlds.com. At that website, you'll find free stories, free chapters from his books, writing information for those up-and-coming authors, and much, much more. That's originalworlds.com. Thank you for listening.